Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 12 of the admin of code. Yeah, that's it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problems and stuff like this. I'm here in the city of Chiayi, here in Taiwan. Just walking around the streets. This is supposed to be a chillaxing day, so I haven't really done much. So this is all you get for now. Yeah, let me know what you think, and let's get to the problem. Hey everybody, this is Larry. Yeah, I'm in Chiayi here right now, and apparently I am actually at the hotel at 1 p.m., which is apparently the time that this thing is about to start. You can't see the timer because it's very small, because this is live. There's about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, so if you want to fast forward a little bit, you can do that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord, all the good stuff. Like I said, today we're going to do it live, so I'm going to really try to focus and maybe not talk as much. We'll do the explanation part at the end, so if you want to skip ahead to that, that'll be fine too. But yeah, wish me good luck. There's still 1 minute left though, so we're just going to hang out for a little bit. Okay. Let me just, let's see, does that work? Yep, okay, tells me I cannot do, okay. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing great. I hope to get on the leaderboard at least once this time. I mean, for real, I know that hypothetically and the timer and stuff like this, I could have gotten on the leaderboard at least once. Maybe, I don't know about the overall leaderboard, probably not, but still, it would be nice to at least be on the board once this cycle, this year, this advent of code. 20 seconds to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the timer up because I'll have the timer in the personal stats, so we'll do that. But yeah, let's go. Whew, am I ready? It's my first time this year. 10, 9, 8. I'm not gonna count every second. All right, everyone ready? Go. They're doing onsen. All right, what am I doing? One, 3. Okay, 1, 1. Okay. It's going to be a DP thing, isn't it? Maybe. Okay. This is doable, right? Have to go. Nope. Okay. And then now. How do I do it? Index. Number index left. Okay, so. Else. This is so hard that I should be leaderboardable, but we'll see. Okay. Otherwise, okay. Now we're at M of index. It's kind of hard actually. Maybe there's an easier way. Index 10. Left is equal to 0, then we want to start a new index. Left. Okay, else return 0 because we have the left. Okay. Because if left is now if left is 0, okay, maybe this is right. I don't know. I don't know if this is right. This is kind of hard. Okay, then now it could be either one. So then only start a new one on these. Okay. No, because then here, if left is equal to sub we haven't done left yet, then we can still keep starting. But oh, then we just do this. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, now it's question mark. So treat it as if. Okay, then we can just do these. I think I could win this a little bit cleaner, but okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, I know there's some overlapping things, but I just return 0 0 0 0. Okay. Maps. List. An index. No, that's not quite right. It's not right, but okay, that's definitely not right. Maybe I won't leaderboard after all. This is definitely true, but 23 is definitely not right. 0 is definitely not right. Alright, what am I doing wrong? So now looks at so this is the beginning. But then now it goes if left is great. Oh, we want this to be the damage on the also this is just wrong. I copied the wrong test input. It's the one with the question mark. Oh, I have to do that if statement here too. Fair enough. 23, is it 23? 21, so that's not right. I've got it wrong for the first case. This is so hard to debug. 113, so 1. Give me question mark. We want left is equal to 0. That's true. Otherwise, we use a thing, but that's not true. This is oh, I see. So basically, we want just in case, I think 27. Okay, that's not right, but that's closer. 14114 16 on the last one is the wrong one. Okay. Otherwise, we're close, maybe. The first one has to be so left is equal to 0. Okay, so we tried to do this, but then now, oh wait, so we're doing impossible things. So left is equal to 0, but then we put a period. No. So we see this. If left is 0, we return 0. That should be right. Let's see. Right? Let's see if that works. It gives me 1. That's true, actually. Okay. Gives me 1. That's also true. How about 4? Give me 2. That gives me 2. That's right. What am I double counting on? So okay, so this has to be true. 16, yep. And this has to be true. That the same. Okay, so that's good that we isolated this to this thing. 2016. Why? So it's all question marks. First one left. Left is 0, so then it goes period. That's fine. Okay, so the first one we always just do this, but then we also do this. Right? What if I take this out real quick? That's just not right. Okay, fine. This I think we need anyway. But there's no period, so why would this return Why would it even go here? Oh no, it's because of the beginning and the end. Okay, fine. If then we start a new one. Otherwise, we just keep going. Okay. If left is putting one, we put one down. If left is, we have to put one down. In fact, I think I did this the wrong way with the DP. I think I made this too complicated. I should have just brute force DP the suffix and check. Yeah, I think I would have had a good chance. This should be my type of problem, but I don't know what I'm messing up. Let's take a look at some smaller ones. There's 2. This is definitely wrong. Why is it giving me 2 for 2, 1? This is giving me 1. Alright, that's good, but why? An index. Oh, is that it? I can't. I remember thinking about this and then I just forgot about it. 479. That's silly. What a silly mistake. We placed a list of spring. Five copies of itself. That's actually easy. So, well, you mean easy for me to say, but man, I am dumb for this one. Alright. Now is equal to times 5, and then now m is equal to do that join now, and then do this. Did I miss anything on this? Do that. Okay, that seems right. What am I doing wrong? Oh, and then the lines are also. Where's the 3 coming from? I think that's what I have to fix, but oh, I have to also add the. I'm misunderstanding this altogether. Okay, fine. What is the first line? Is this one? Okay. Okay, but what about the numbers? List of containers with 5 copies of itself. Okay. I see. Okay, so that's right. I feel dumb because I feel like this should have been leaderboardable, but I just didn't do it that way. 45th. I mean, I got in the leaderboard, but step 1 should have been really easy, but I just kind of messed up on the times. You can't see it, but I have 15 minutes and 18 minutes. I really should have done. Got annoyed at part one, but I just kind of missed that base case, and I spent a long time debugging. Part two, I don't know what people do. I guess part one people just did it greedily, or something. I don't know. I don't know what people did that required. Oh, what am I looking for? I guess technically part two is not done yet. Still, I don't know what people did in part one that's easier, because I would wish I did it that way. Xiao Wu did it part one very quickly, but didn't finish part two yet. I mean, the DP is not easy to write. That's for sure. But I don't know if I don't know what is a 3-minute solution. Let me take a look at the input. Maybe the input is not that hard. Oops. And I could have done part two faster too. I just kind of misread part of it. But yeah, I got on the board. I got on the leaderboards. Got some points. You know, show that I'm not that embarrassing. Not great, but not embarrassing. Can we brute force this? I think in a way, like I think if I not brute force, but I guess you could do this recursively if you really wanted to. The idea being that I see. But the idea is that each loop there's only 5 or 6 items on each one, right? So for part one, I mean I did it crazily, and I actually okay. Let me. My part one is actually part two. Sorry, friends. I wrote in my speed, in my haste, I wrote over it. But so part one would have been just pretty much the same. I just had to change the input. Right. Oops. Let me not print that. Had that for debugging. And it's pretty fast. Yeah, let's go over part one. Well, I think part one. So, looking at the inputs, I think the max, like if you just do it recursively or even for loops, right? If you write 5 or 6 for loops, you could be able to do it because that's and you just assume that that's your starting position. So you do like a for I is from 0 to n, for j is equal to I plus 2 to n, making sure that there's period at the end and stuff like this. So you can do that pretty quickly, I guess. And that's how you'd solve part one. But I guess so. Even if I didn't have that bug, I would not have solved part one that fast. To be honest, 8 minutes. Yeah, I did not spend 7 minutes on that debugging. I did spend time on it, but not 7 minutes. So I would not have made leaderboard anyway. But I definitely would have gone part two maybe 5 minutes faster, maybe a little bit less. That would have been pretty sweet. But I mean, 45th is pretty respectable. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I was talking about, right? Like you just have to go hard on some of these. But I mean, yeah, I basically got on the leaderboard because I saw part two and part one. Okay, yeah, sorry, friends. Let's actually go over part one. So part one, like I said, I think the way to do it, if you want to do it, just speed part one and not knowing what part two is, you could do it recursion, and you could just probably do it recursively, and the answer is 525,000. Maybe that should be fast enough. 6 levels. You have what, maybe 20 items. So 20 to the 6 maybe. I mean, 20 to the 6 is like 64 million. So that should be fast enough. And even then, there's a lot of self-pruning things. So it wouldn't exactly be 20 to the 6. So you can definitely get a high speed that way. I didn't do it that way, so I'm not going to go with that now. I am going to go over my dynamic program solution, which is part 1 and part 2, really. Part 2, because my thing scales very easily. Like it's just the same thing. So basically for this one, as I said, it's going to be dynamic programming. The idea here is the states. The states we have, but it is in essential though the same as the recursion one, except for instead of doing it everything all together or everything one at a time, we do it each character at a time. And each character, there are a couple of ways you can go about it and think about it. The idea here is that for each index of, so my variable names are really made for speed coding. So yeah, index is basically the index of the string, right? And that's the suffix that you're trying to solve for. So yeah, n index is basically the index of the nums of the next, the index of the next of the nums that we are processing, or the suffix if you want to call it that. And left is you go to the current streaks of the damaged things left, right? So basically, and I don't know if this is easy to see, sorry friends, but basically the idea is that, for example, and I was just going forward with all the cases, even though apparently I just missed the base case. But yeah, but that's basically the idea, is that left gives you the number of things left. N index is the numbers that we're processing, the next one that we're about to process. Or you can, another way to think about it is the number of nums that you already finished. They're kind of equivalent because, that's just how indexing works. And the index of the string should be self-explanatory. I'm sorry if this is not beginner friendly. This problem isn't really beginner friendly, at least for part 2. It is dynamic programming, so if I'm being a little bit fast, let me know in the comments. I'll try to focus, or I'll go over it maybe in a future problem, or we'll go over in Discord, something like this, right? Let me know. But the idea is then now it becomes a case analysis of every possible thing, right? So now, so the base case is if we finish all the string, makes sense, and if we finished all of the numbers, I just call them numbers. I don't know if the constraints, maybe that's a better word. If we finished all the constraints and we have none left, then that means that we finish everything 100% completion. So we return one possible sequence. Otherwise, we return 0. If we have too much index, we return 0 as well. But after that, then it just becomes case analysis of, okay, so now if the current thing is period, what happens? Well, if current thing is period, that means that we have to have no they call it damaged things, is that it? They have to have no damaged things left. Yeah, there's no damage left, then you can start a new one. So then now we process a new index. We want to make sure that we have at least some left. And then we do recursion on it. We look at the next character string, or the string character. We marked one number as processed in the constraints, and then this is how many things that I have left, right? So for example, in this case on example 1, if I have 6 left, then now 5 left and 4, and then now if it goes to 0, then now you can restart a new thing if we put in a period, right? Same kind of idea for the damage, the pound sign. If we have any left, then we do recursion, just using up one of the things that we had left that we had to spend. Otherwise, there's no possibility, right? Because if you cannot start a new string here, or new what do they call it, partition there, for that reason, right? Yeah. To be honest, I didn't think about brute force in part 1. I mean, it wasn't intentional. Maybe I'm just a little bit rusty on admin of code meta things, because I knew this idea immediately and it took me a while to implement anyway. So yeah, and then now, and I kind of already had left comments here, is else, then now if it's a question mark, this is a question mark, then you brute force try what happens if we try putting this as a period, and this turns out to be just copy and paste from the other part? You can refactor this so that we only do this once. But like I said, I wanted to be during the contest, during the thing. I just wanted to get it right, and I wasn't sure that I don't want to make code optimizations quite yet. And otherwise, we try putting in the pound sign, pretty straightforward. And then afterwards, we return total. And that's pretty much it. That's part one. That's dynamic programming. And it is basically going for every case. Yeah. And then part two, the only part that's relevant is that they multiply by 5. So for the string, I put it multiplied by 5. I separated it by question mark. And oh yeah, one more thing that I did is just that I don't know if this is actually necessary. Let me check it out. I did that because that was part of my debugging, but I actually don't. I think I needed it because, yeah, I think I needed this as a sentinel because I need a period to start off a new chain. So I needed it to like if the first character is a question mark, then I could not put a pound sign before. So yeah. So basically, this part should make sense. It just multiplies it by 5 and then concatenate or put a question mark in between each of them. And I just put in my sentinel so that it always starts and ends and whatever. And then for the numbers part, same thing, just times it by 5, right? Yeah. And that's pretty much it, really. The rest of the code, I don't think I changed. If I changed it by accident. So yeah. That's pretty much it. The complexity is going to be O of n times, what are these variables? N times m, if you want to say that. N is the number, the number of characters in the parsing string. N index number, m is the number of things in the numbers constraint, and left is the max value of those things. Though, these are not it's not rectangular caching. So, in the sense that it is very it's not just n times m times max of whatever, right? Because the max fluctuate depends on each one. You can actually even another way to think about it is actually you have the sum of all the numbers in nums, and it is that number kind of like n times that number would be more accurate as a time and space complexity. And the time and space complexity is the same in this case because we do O of 1 for each of the input states. So yeah, hope this was good. Hope this makes sense. I'm not going to do another one of these for a little bit just because today I had it's almost like a pseudo rest day type thing, and I messed up on some of the hotel bookings. Long story there. Follow me on Instagram if you want to know more. But yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know. That's all I have though. So stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.